checking my levels here. Had to reinstall a lot of stuff. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of what I did today. I have a new desk, and I showed you the desk, the last picture, and being lazy, I was installing some wheels onto the desk and thought that I could do it without moving the monitor. Well, I got completely done with the entire process. And as I stood up, I bumped the desk. And let me see if it'll pop up. Yeah, here it is. As I stood up, let's see, is it set up? This is what happened to my monitor. It tipped over and it hit this little area right here. It was the corner of the desk right here. So yeah, brand new monitor, smashed it. This is a $200 monitor gone, and I just got it. I just got this. Let me turn the speaker off. Hold on, for you get the feedback. It's been a week. It's been a week and a half. Let me tell y'all something. Don't ever mess your back up. Do not ever mess your back up, because it is, oh my God, it's not good. And the weather just really hadn't been helping me out any. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the camera in just a sec. I need to check something out first before I go. Shout outs to Michelle. She sent me a couple of bombs that she discovered. My boy Scooter, I know he out there. I hadn't spoken with him in a while. A friend of mine here in Houston. He catches the show whenever you get a chance. So I'm gonna give him a shout out, Scooter. I want to thank Miss Amina, of course. Even though, yeah, we're some kind of way right now. I don't even know. I still don't know. I'm still lost in this whole situation. But hey, hi to her. Thank you for getting me started. I need to do a little bit more, but it's hell. Especially when they shadow banning, you can't post. My IG account, I finally got access back to it. I think I was suspended, and they just didn't have the heart to tell me or something. I don't know. But every time I try posting something, it wouldn't go through. Every once in a while, something will go through. But yeah, they got me on that one. Uh, this is a brand new computer, and I still struggle with it. I tried going live on YouTube and didn't have the live button, but I think everyone that's familiar with that. Okay, I got one more thing I gotta do. Make sure the system is my output for my sound, so you guys can hear the sounds when I'm playing the videos. Input, there it is, got it. What is going on, people? Here I'm is. What's going on, man? Kanita, what's going on? I see you there. I see you. No, I had to pick. I had it off. I had it off because I was actually doing some behind the scenes stuff. All right, let me trying to get my notes up and right. Cause I got a bunch of notes, man. It's a lot of stuff that's actually really been happening that we've been missing out on. I'm not sure if you guys keep up with dinar rates for dinar, Iraqi dinar, Vietnamese dong. Which tablet do I have it in? Make sure I have all that lined up. I'm gonna give y'all my site. Finally got my site up and running. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. This is some tablets you can get. I got some cards around here somewhere. And got some business cards made. I'm not sure if you can see the sheen on there. Of course, it's two-sided. So I've been taking care of a lot of small things, you know, behind the scenes as far as getting this business off the ground. I Yeah, I'm gonna post. Let me put it in here. Uh, I think that's right. I just posted the link to my uh, my Teesprings, my shirt, my T-shirt account. If you want to go through and you want to buy some stuff on there, you can. I'm not asking you to do that. I don't need it because everything I told myself I'm going to do, I'm doing it as a donation, and I'm doing it for free. I don't want to charge for any information because this is life altering information. This is God given information, and you shouldn't charge for that. It's like Jesus coming down and asking for $1 every time someone asks for a blessing. Can't do that. Can't do that. Anyway, what's going on, folks? This is Black Pill Red. I'm back. Hadn't been here in a while. YouTube put me on a state paid vacation. Let me get this picture. I hate looking at it. And you talking about somebody was cussing like a sailor. This was, man, I was so angry. I mean, I was done. I had the wheels on. I had everything done. And when I stood up, I actually like kind of fell into the desk, which of course, yes, terrible back, hard to stand up. And I stumbled right into the desk. And this is what happened. I mean, after I completed everything, I just knew that. I'm like, okay, be careful, be careful, be careful. And I was done until I stood up. A $200 LG 27-inch monitor gone. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I had to go and get another one. They had one on sale at Walmart. So it wasn't an LG, just not the same. This one here is a little different, but hey, it's gonna have this one here works just as good. So it's a little cheaper because I had to pay for this one out of pocket. The other one's out of my business account, but this one here is out of pocket. So, but what's going on? Let me see some speak to some people. Lady Hawk, what's this? Lady T Hawk. What's going on? St. Louis mix. Okay, okay. This is Jim Girl, Tina. Hey y'all, hey y'all. Appreciate y'all checking me in. Like I said, I'm not expecting to get a lot of people in here, but this whole thing will change. I'm going to start shortening my videos because that's what's usually what the problem is. It takes me too long to edit a lot of the videos, so I'm gonna start going to one subject and do it that way. That way, I can actually get more videos in. But I want to show y'all something. This is something Michelle came up with. Hello. She follow us in our group in Telegram. And let me see, we find it. Where is it? I put it somewhere here. Yeah, there it is. Now this is something that she came up with. I'm gonna open the show with this. Now, as you can see, everyone remember the. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Nah, it's not. It's not letting me zoom in on it. Let me see. Okay, no, it's not gonna let me zoom in. But I'm not sure if you guys can you see this. It says 10-2. Now, I firmly believe that they are referring to the war manual, right? And I think I gave that information to uh, Amina back in the day between that and 11.3. But a couple of other ones, the 11, what was it, 11.18 something that was dropping also. I believe that was actually a what for a code for the internet. Uh, but other than that, she said we're supposed to look at everything in opposites as well. Everything is in a mirror, especially this. We're basically saying all the drops that from the 17th letter that drop, some of them are opposites. They're double and triple meanings to everything in the drops. And one of the things she pointed out was if we did the opposite, the mirror effect, she said if ups is down and down is up. She flipped it and used the back end of the clock. So she hit 8 and 20. And she actually broke that down. She broke it down and said uh, 8/15 could very well mean August 15th. Now they have already said that they anticipate him getting back in office around the middle of August. But also she did the math on that. 8 plus 15 plus 21, which 8, 15, 21 equals 17. She also did it with the other one, the other number. She ran a different number. She said 8 and 3, which it could have been could be pointing somewhere around the 3 area as well. 8 times 3 is 24, and you add all the numbers up. 8, 3, 2, 4 equals 17. Now, how many times does it have to happen in order for you to consider it not a coincidence? That's one of the things that was in a drop, and I thought that was a big bomb. I'm like, okay, this stuff is starting to become so obvious now that this thing is coming to an end. Yes, it's not coming to an end like it'll end this week or tomorrow or something like that or next week or something like that. It may stretch to August. It may stretch to August, but I feel like before it gets to office, we'll have our answer. Because if you're paying attention, Pennsylvania just okayed a forensic audit on that quarterly selection process we do. I hope you guys know what I mean when I say quarterly, selection, quarterly selection process. Hey, what's going on? What's this? No stress? Yeah, I wish I had no stress, but man, some days it's crazy. Uh, that 4-year selection process we have. Okay, I was just reading something else. Yeah, and in that 4-year selection process, some things happen that we question, and okay. Anyway, uh, I believe that everything is coming to an end. I think everything is going to be our. I'm trying to be cryptic in what I'm saying. Uh, we know that county in Arizona, the process is done. Well, look, everyone know the term that the future proves past, and I hope people understand when they say that. Now, what they're saying is everything that you're seeing now in these drops proves what they told you in the past, meaning that everything that was done is done already. It is already done. What we're going through right now, with Charlie Ward always says pantomime. This is for the people who are not woke. These are people who are still asleep or just slowly waking up. We're at that stage now where a large number of people are just waking up and yawning right now, like what's going on? Why is this happening? What's happening here? All right. Now you got a certain person getting ready to implement these workers to come knock on your door to see if you were, if you took the jab or not. Well, let me let y'all know something. By law, they can't do that. They may think they can, and they're going to tell you, "Oh, we're government and we can," but by law they can't do that. They can't ask you that. It's HIPAA laws. These are HIPAA violations, and they can't do that. Now, if they come, especially if they come up to you and say, "Hey, we see that you hadn't taken this jab." Well, how did you know I didn't take it? That means you violated my civil rights. You violated my HIPAA laws. Where therefore you are not supposed to know that I did it or not. But I respectfully decline to take anything. There's so much stuff you can do, and where did I put it? Okay, I think I moved it. I have I have cards. I have several cards, but I have some forms also. I had to reorganize my office. I have a card here that says this notice. Well, see, I don't know if you can read it. And I also have this one. I have this one. These are just wordings to help you when they come to you and ask you questions. These wordings are something that would help you when you know exactly what to say, because you have to understand what to say. Hold on, let me see. And yeah, okay. You know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot of these and I'll post them up before we get off. These are just wordings that you that I keep with me. And and plus I have some. I moved the paper that came with it, but I'm going to take a screenshot of these cards, and these are just helpful wording or uh, definitions and all that to help you understand what you can and can't say when they come and ask you. Because by law, they once you let them know that, hey, I respectfully decline your this inoculation or whatever you want to call it, and they have to walk away from that, and can't force you to do it because it's not mandated. Anyway, I know one of the things you guys have been noticing was that DJ T did a speech and said that he was going to uh, drop a lawsuit against big tech companies. I'm not going to say the names of the companies, but okay, that's not it. But it was several times that it was brought up in the drops. Let me show you this one. Uh, I need to leave you up. Okay, check this one out. I have it highlighted here. Well, I want to read all of it. It says, "People have people have power. Don't forget how to play. Together you're strong. FB, everybody know what that is. Violation of your privacy. FB actively tracking you. FB reading your private messages. FB censoring is anti-conservative. More will drop. We have it all. Class action lawsuits are effective. Global. At Jack. You're next. Jack Dorsey. That's Dorsey with the other one. Twitter. And what is Jack's secret T handle? Dummy accounts. Dummy accounts to talk. What you see is limited. Think emails. Now it's another one that he put out there also. I believe it was. See, that one is 1102. Let's go to 1105. Here's 1105 over here. Oh, let me back out of it. Oh, I think you guys probably couldn't even see that other one. I'm sorry. Let's look at 1105. I'll go back to 1102 when I'm done. Uh, get rid of my grill. All right, class action lawsuits are very effective. 2 billion people, global scale, regulation or kill. People have the power to decide. Now, what he means by this right here, what he means by that, do we just straighten up Section 230? Because that's what they're hiding behind. Do we straighten that up and still, sue and all of that? Or do we just go ahead and take down the site? Personally, what I recommend that we take the site and give it to the people. I think the people should run a public social media site. I think it should go to the people. And any money that's generated goes back into schools, colleges, education. Um, there's so much stuff. Our elderly, people who don't have the money. I mean, I know Sarah is going to kick in, and Sarah's going to kick in. But this, to me, this is another way. If you want to sell ads, you let the people know, hey, we're going to sell ads on this and all that. So there'll be people tracking, but it's going to generate money. If you told people from the beginning that this is going to happen, people still probably would allow it to happen. They probably still would say, okay, you know what? I know now that it's happening. But I believe you should give it to the people personally. I believe the people should own this site, and everyone should get a share of it, and it'll probably grow exponentially after that because the people own it. Now, if the people own it, then yes, and we still have to have certain regulation. You can't have people posting naked bodies and these fondness for young little mini children out there that they're posting. You can't post that. It's a crime. But other than that, I think yes, and it's crazy on how free speech works because free speech works for people who are not racist, just like it works for people who are. And as bad as it may sound, there's still a lot of people out there who still think that America's racist and all that. But no, America's not racist. People are racist. All right, everything here in the United States can be achieved. I made it. I made it. And because they said I couldn't do it. And let me go back to 1102 real quick because I know some people missed it. Yeah, see, this is the one I was reading earlier. People have the power. Don't forget how to play together. You're strong. Facebook, a violation of your privacy. Facebook actively tracking you. Facebook reading your private your private messages, which they are. That's censoring. More will drop. We have it all. Class action lawsuits are effective. Remember, that is what he's doing. This is pretty much the point of where we are as far as this movement. This movement's going. They announced it. Oh, let's look at the date on that. That date dropped a little over 2 years ago. 2 year delta. So it's a little over 2 years ago. And this right here is a key too. Now, I know that I'm not sure if a lot of you are aware, but there are a lot of places that actually celebrate Christmas in July. Then they say that Christmas July is either usually July 15th or July 24th. This is what they celebrate it on. and I had the definition pulled up. I was trying to get myself ready, but I was actually listening to something before I got on live, and I was on like a little group chat. So I had to get caught up on a company that I'm invested in, and time ran a little long, and then I was out of the house, and I'm late getting on. But anyway, another thing he brought up was this. He brought up. I mean, well, he didn't bring it up. It's been in the news. Haiti. Now, I'm gonna ask my mother if she's watching this. Please plug your ears because I'm going to repeat something that Donald Trump said. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware. He brought it before, and this is one of the things that people hold over DJT's head. He said that Haiti was a shithole country. Now, and I'm not going to repeat that anymore, Mom. So you take you're going to plug your ears there. But anyway, he said that it was a crap hole country, and the reason why is people think that he's racist and all that. No, because they dang, I didn't pull that. I'm gonna pull that one up too. Anyway, because it was one of the hubs for child trafficking, sex trafficking. It was one of the locations where they were actually, you know, children were coming up missing. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. This is one of them. Now, this guy, he came into office, if I'm correct, in 2017, right before Trump took office. Now, the crazy thing about it is the people there in Haiti, they were big on. Hold on, let me show you something real quick. Okay, they were big on Obama and everything like that when it first came out. When he first came out, but then later they knew that the Democrats and certain people were orchestrating fraud with the selection process. Okay, and please understand when I say that, and hopefully y'all can read this right. This is protesters carried a sign that reads Creole Obama terrorists during a protest against President Michael Martelly's government to demand cancellation of this week. And so this is this Michael Martelly was in office when Barack was in office, Hussein was in office. But after Hussein got kicked out, this Michael person got kicked out as well. Trump took office, and the one that the president that was in Haiti was assassinated. He took office at the same time, and now this like no longer. This is no longer. Over the past week, tens of thousands of angry demonstrators regularly chant "Down with Obama." Now this happened in. This article came out in 2018. Down with Obama and carried Obama terrorist banners as they marched through the street protesting American complicity in the Haitian government's blatant effort to rig the presidential election process. So it's right here. It's going on in other countries, just like Myanmar. If you keep up with Myanmar and all that, the stuff everyone knows, that yeah, this is what's going on, and it's going on all over the place. It's not just here, but they figured it out in 2018. Now, and they they protest and call it out, and people think that they were crazy. I'm like, okay, well, why is it that everyone outside of the United States see more than what we see? And it's because a lot of people don't want to look for the information. They wait for their local newscast to tell them what they think they should hear. Everyone knows the little sequence, the video I show you of all the the newscasters repeating the same lines. This whole thing is set up. It's only four people that own all of every TV show, every channel that you see on TV. Only four people own that. Now, this article right here is the Nation. This is the Nation article. If y'all can look this up, I'm gonna leave it up just for a second so you can take a screenshot of it. Go read this article because it's actually a pretty good article. It explains why people in Haiti hate them. But check this out though. It's not just uh, the selection process that they're questioning. Is the fact that this was brought up in several drops as well. Let me blow this up, and I want y'all to see this before I read this one to you. All right. It says. See, look. You see all the red spots. That's how you look it up. If you look up qalerts.app and you go in and you put a keyword right here, something that you let me get rid of that my logo real quick. Come on, move. Just go ahead and get rid of it. All right. Now, and right here in this upper box right here, if you just type in a keyword in this box right here, it'll highlight it in all the drops. And see, this is Haiti in highlighted in all of these drops. And if you get sick from this, for me doing this, I'm sorry. Now this one here, I thought this is one of the ones I thought was interesting. Let's see. And everyone knows who this is. And check out the drop that came. I mean, what Q said. Well, I can't, man, I said his name. Anyway, just that 17 letter says, how many pics can you find of JL, which is this name right here, and HRC, Hillary Rotten. Anyway, regarding Haiti, marching into the darkness, lyrics, follow the stars, it's everywhere. But that's not the one I want y'all to see. But here's another one right here I thought was very interesting. This was March 2018, 2-year Delta. The wiki brings up the WikiLeaks emails. It says so much is open source, so much is left to be connected. Why are the children in Haiti in high demand? How are they smuggled out? Adoption process. Local stage ports friendly to CF. I'm trying to think. CF. Okay. Anyway, track donations. Cross against locations relative to Haiti. Think logically. The choice to know will be yours. Who are we taught to trust the most? This will not be easy. The end. Now, that was one that I thought was very interesting. And this is another one right here that I thought was very interesting as well. This one here is a 1-year Delta, March 2nd, 2019 It's 2 year, 2 year Delta. The other one's 3 year. I'm sorry, math is off. Sometimes it takes a roast in order to be able to speak the truth and get away with it. Deception, pretending not to hate Catholics, Haitian symbolism will be their downfall. Now, these times right here are the times that he actually brings a joke up in a roast. And I'm not sure if anyone saw the roast. If you didn't, I'm going to show it to you today. All right. So I think my volume is down low enough. Let me cue it up for you guys real quick. All righty. Now it's 6 clips, and all of them are probably about 10 or 15, 20 seconds each. I just have it queued up to the times. Yeah, he had some other ones that were very funny because you start with some self-deprecating videos. I mean, self-deprecating jokes about yourself, putting yourself down, and all that other stuff, and it helps. It helps get the audience ready for jokes. But they weren't too happy when he started joking against Hillary. I'm talking about some of the deep stuff. Now, check this out. All right. Let me open this one all the way up. And let's go to the first one. The first one is at 5:30. All right. Check this out.
Actually be civil to each other. In fact, just before taking the dais, Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me." And I very politely replied, "Let me talk to you about that after I get into office."
Okay. And then the next one, he gets a little bit deeper. He goes a little deeper than this one, though. All right. It gets a little harder. Let me fast forward a little bit. Okay.
And I've known Hillary for a long time. This is the first time ever, that Hillary is sitting down and speaking to major corporate leaders and not getting paid for it. It's true. It's true. It's true. You know, last night, I called Hillary a nasty woman. But this stuff is all relative. After listening to Hillary rattle on and on and on, I don't think so badly of Rosie O'Donnell anymore. In fact, I'm actually starting to like Rosie a lot.
And he goes on to another one right after this one. And then I'm going to have to fast forward in a few seconds.
These events give not only the candidates a chance to be with each other in a very social setting, it also allows the candidates the opportunity to meet the other candidates' team. Good team. I know Hillary met my campaign manager, and I got the chance to meet the people who are working so hard to get her elected. There they are, the heads of NBC, CNN, CBS, ABC. There's the New York Times right over there, and the Washington Post. They're working overtime. True. True.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward to up to 12 minutes.
Oh, this one's going to get me in trouble. The rest of us. That's because Hillary isn't laughing as much as the rest of us.
Hold up, let me start that one.
Catholics.
Yeah, see, in this one right here, right before he actually says this one, he was getting a lot of boos because he started hitting below the belt. I mean, put some truths out there. Now, this is one of the most major truths that he put out there. Let's check this one out.
Now, if some of you haven't noticed, Hillary isn't laughing as much as the rest of us. That's because she knows the jokes. And all of the jokes were given to her in advance of the dinner by Donna Brazil, which is, everyone knows, of course, Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them.
Oh man, yeah, he hit her below the belt on that one, and the thing about it is that goes back to that Q drop I just showed you guys. Where is it? It goes back to that drop, which came out March 2nd, 2019, right here. Sometimes it takes a roast in order to be able to speak the truth and get away with it. Now, that roast was in, I want to say, I think it was 2019. I think it was 2019. Hold up, let me see. Okay, I thought I minimized it, but I guess I closed it up. Let me find that real quick. Let me go back to it. That was 2016. Okay, that was October 2016, and that drop came out in 2019. But they wanted us to know sometimes the only way to put something out is you have to do it in a roasting session. He did it in that session where he knew that pretty much the world was watching, but a lot of people weren't paying attention to it, which is part of the reason why they try to limit what he says, because he keeps putting truth out there. But those drops keep going back to everything we talk about. And only reason why I looked up Haiti is because the president of Haiti was assassinated. Now, because of that, and that happened, and then this right here was something big that came out in 2017. Now remember, that was 2019 for that roasting session, right? Yeah, that was October 2016 that that happened. Anyway, check, and that the drop came out 6 months later. But this came out in 2017 of March. Check this out. And if anybody's watched any of the Falk Ball stuff, you're familiar with this case right here, this article here. Now, in this article, Silsby, everybody remember her. Now, this lady here. Now, remember, they had a big earthquake in Haiti at this time. Remember, we sent a lot of equipment that never made it to the people, a lot of heavy machinery that was used to help, search for people and help clear buildings and clear roads and all that stuff. None of that stuff was never used, and stuff never got to the people, right? Anyway, during that time, this young lady right here said she had 33 orphans. 33 orphans that she was bringing back to the United States. But check this out, right here. Silsby was arrested at the Haitian border attempting to smuggle 33 children out of Haiti without the documentation. Her sentence and charges were reduced after an intervention by who? Yeah, Mr. Billy himself. He helps out. He helped out a couple other people, especially the tarmac situation. Anyway, back to the subject. I digress. In the aftermath of Sylvie's arrest, her original retained lawyer George Puello was arrested in connection with an international smuggling ring accused of trafficking. Right here. Now, this is her attorney right here, George Puello. He was arrested and charged with this. Let me blow it up so people can see it. Now, the guy that was representing her, this Silsby lady, with really that's her AKA Laura Gaylor, Laura Silsby, but Laura Gaylor, she was arrested for trying to smuggle 33 children out of Haiti. Now, they said, oh, these children were orphans because of the earthquake and all that. But check this out. Part of the reason why she was arrested is because over half of those children were not orphans. They were kidnapped. They had parents that were looking for them. But how can you go to another country, take children, get caught, and charges are dropped? Yeah, they had the golden goose right here. Now, right now, the Clinton Foundation is supposed to be investigated, but this is it. This is a real article. I don't think that I'm sitting up here doing Mr. Conspiracy Theory or anything like that. This stuff has been out there. It's just that it's buried. It's buried beneath a lot of other news that's not getting told. And people are not reading this stuff. We don't read anymore. We stopped. I know I stopped, but I'm back into it now because of this, because of stuff like this. This stuff right here was hidden. It was hidden from public. Just like the name of the officer, whether they said who shot. That's one of my next videos about who shot Ashley Babbitt. Well, we already know who shot Ashley Babbitt. I'll tell you who shot Ashley Babbitt. Hold on, y'all seeing some behind the scenes stuff. This guy right here. And of course, Dave with X22 screenshot. But I picked up some other shots from the internet of this guy. But I wanted to give Dave a shout out because Dave X22. If you're not listening to X22 Report, y'all are missing something. I had to listen to tonight's show. But if you're not listening to X22, man, you're not into this movement. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. And he's on every day except Saturdays. And sometimes Saturday and Sunday. But how he does it, man, this guy is nonstop. He put two shows out, two shows out a day. One financial and one geopolitical. And if you're not listening to Dave, you're missing out. But that guy, he is Lieutenant Colonel Michael Byrd. And his name was actually, let me see if I can find it. His name was actually mentioned during a couple of interview processes. And we didn't overlook it. Oh, you know what? I put it up here. No, it wasn't overlooked by us. All right, let me let Dave tell y'all. Let Dave tell you.
Scripts, which according to its website provides the complete words from Capitol Hill exactly as it was spoken, recorded the Capitol official, Timothy Blodgett, referring to the cop as Officer Byrd. His name is clearly audible in the videotape of the hearing. Take a listen.
and we were in close contact. The situation where you discussed where Officer Bird was at the door when Ms. Babbitt was shot, it was our Sergeant at Arms employee who rendered the aid to her at that time.
And it seems that they knew that this was the individual because following the shooting, do you know Bird's internet footprint was completely scrubbed, including his social media and personal photos? Everything was completely scrubbed, so no one could find it. And now the truth is coming out. Again, Trump just mentioned this the other day.
See, his name was out there because his name was pretty much unmatched during a trial. And after that trial, his name, and it was hard. It's hard to find that video. I can't find that video anywhere. And that's the reason why I use Dave, but I don't mind using Dave because, like I said, Dave's the GOAT, and I got to give him his props. So, but I want to show you one thing: how the media messes over people, especially during testimony stuff. Now, of course, as you can see, he just said once his name was unmasked, they scrubbed his name from the internet. You can't find anything about or any other photos or anything like that. I looked throughout the internet and I was able to find a few photos of Mr. Bird. Let me get to it real quick. Yeah, there's a few photos of Mr. Bird. See, here's one here. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Now, this is the one that actually, yeah, I showed you that one. I showed this one right here. And you can see there's a bracelet on right here. Let's see if it no, right here. It's a bracelet on. This is the same bracelet, brown skin hand, Glock. And this is him right here. And he was the one that, quote unquote, notice that the president didn't say who killed Ashley Babbitt. He asked who shot Ashley Babbitt. But here's something that I know a lot of you would think is very, very, very strange. Was, remember, Putin did an interview. And this is what leads. Putin asked, who shot Ashley Babbitt? Accused of U.S. arresting MAGA protesters for political persecution. Now, this came out June 15th. This is way before Trump was saying who shot her and you know, basically arrest and all that other stuff. So Putin asked who shot her. So that lets me know that Putin is in on this as well. Putin is actually a good guy. But he said something that I thought was very, very funny. Let me show you guys this. It's funny. You know, because I mean, it's like they were holding out on us when it come to Putin, because I like this line that he says. He says, let me blow it up a little bit. We have a saying, don't be mad at the mirror if you're ugly. So, I thought that was actually, oh man, I don't think y'all could see it on there. Hold on. There it is. At the top, I have it highlighted. It says, we have a saying, don't be mad at the mirror if you're ugly. I thought that was kind of funny. My humor is a little crazy, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was strange that he asked the same question that we're all trying to ask: who shot her? Who did that? Who did the shooting? But I want to show you something: how the media is hindering people from getting the truth, or getting the information that they need out there. Okay, let me close up some of these. Okay, now I want you to watch this video. This video here, and this interview starts about around the 11:20 mark of this long drawn out interview. But I was just reading an article on NTD and came across it, and I thought, wow, this is something else. But check this out. This is how the media messes with information to prevent information from getting out. Now, I want you guys to listen closely, okay? And I'm not gonna bore you anymore with my voice and this ugly grill of mine. But I want y'all to check this out.
Other videos she posted online mishandling the mail-in ballots. We're still awaiting an investigation and accountability for the numerous irregularities in the 2020 election. The citizens of Fulton County should
Listen closely.
return to having our residents work the early voting, polling, and all aspects of the voting process. We should not pay a temp agency from another county to run our elections. Happy Faces Temp Agency is headquartered in Tucker, Georgia, which is a DeKalb county. The only connection Happy Faces has to Fulton County is a financial link to Stacey Abrams as a secretary through the Now account, a foreign profit corporation. This is unacceptable. What would be your response if Brian Kemp should, or another political candidate, return to having our residents financial work the early voting and the polling and all aspects of the voting process? You must return voter integrity and impartiality to run our elections. To Fulton County elections. Happy Faces Temp Agency. The corruption in Fulton County elections warrants an investigation, which is a DeKalb county. Starts with not renewing. The only connection Happy Faces has to Fulton County or any other financial link. We, the people of Fulton County, demand an investigation and accountability into the irregularities and fraud in our elections. What would be your response if Brian Kemp or another political candidate been entrusted to having our residents financial work the early in our election polling and all aspects of the voting process? You must return voter integrity.
Oh man, I hit the space bar, my mistake.
You must return voter integrity and impartiality to run our elections.
Now, this is being done purposely, y'all. This is not anything that's actually accidentally done. Because if you listen closely, you hear that it's looped twice. So they recorded her and then played it back again over her own voice and then looped it 2 times. I think they actually did it 3 times. So it's actually her saying stuff, and they looped it 3 times to mask what she's really saying. They only took the first part of it. And what she's saying is that this temporary agency called Happy Faces, they were used in the selection process, in counts and everything like that. And they had nothing but 100% negative things to say about that company when it comes to the legitimacy of the selection process and all the things that was going on, the problems that persisted in that area, especially in Georgia. But check it out. It's still going. It's still going. I want you to hear it.
Fulton County election. Happy Faces Temp Agency. The corruption in Fulton County elections warrants an investigation, which is a DeKalb starts with not renewing. The only connection Happy Faces has to Fulton or any other financial link. We, the people of Fulton County, demand an investigation and accountability into the irregularities and fraud in our elections. What would be your response if Brian Kemp
There's two.
You've been entrusted to having our residents financial work the early in our election polling and all aspects of the voting process. You must return voter integrity and impartiality to citizens to Fulton County. Happy Faces Temp Agency. The corruption in Fulton County elections warrants an investigation, which is a DeKalb starts with not renewing. The only connection Happy Faces has or any other
It's still
financial
playing.
link.
It's 3. It's actually looped 3 times.
And accountability into the irregularities and fraud in our elections. What would be your response if Brian Kemp or another political you've been entrusted to having our residents financial work the early in our election polling and all aspects of.
Now, I'm not going to make you suffer, make you guys suffer throughout that boring process. But I watched the entire interview, which is you see right here on the thing that I think it was over 2 hours long. Anyway, I watched it. I just turned it up loud while I was doing some housework, and I just wanted to make sure that it didn't happen again, and it didn't. The only time it happened is when they were talking about this Happy Faces temp agency, who is 16% owned by Stacey Abrams. Now, I don't. If anybody ever looked up the word conflict of interest, yes, that is one of the biggest conflict of interests is right there. Especially when you're running and when you run for office and you own the company that does the counting. You work for a party that does the counting. You should have no affiliation to anything like that, but she does. She owns 16% of, I think they said Now, I think it's called Now. I think that's what the company is that actually owns them. And they found a loophole because normally it takes 30 days for these tip agencies to get paid through the city. Well, because of the company that they're with, I think it's a Now company, that erases the loophole, and they instantly get paid. Now they're looking in this corporate scene here. They were discussing renewing the contract for Happy Faces, $9 million. That's all I'm gonna say about that. 9 mil. And this is yeah. And I was gonna use this in another video that I was doing, but I'm still gonna use it. I'm still gonna use it. So I don't care. But anyway, I don't want to bore you guys with my voices anymore. I'm gonna end on a good note. And now that all of this information about this happy faces is coming out, it's making him kind of feel bad. Oh man. All right, let me get into this chat real quick. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming over. Let me post my. Actually, I gotta reset it up on my Stream Deck. With I finally got my Teesprings. My Teesprings, my merch set up. The site set up finally. So I just reposted that. The pill bottles, thepillbottles.com. You gotta go check it out for me. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump on there real quick. It took forever to design because I had to go through. I still have to go through it because there are some in there that's still messed up. Okay, it's not coming up now. Yeah, there it is. Here's just a few things on there with the logo. I'm gonna actually change this. I'm not too happy with that one. Just some shirts, mugs, tights for the ladies. Since the women do all the shopping anyway. Some tights. I actually got some shirts too. Hold up, let me see if I can get to them. Right here, it says take 2 of these. John, why are you calling me now? I'm live right now. Hold on. Yeah, John. Yeah, John. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm still on. I'm still on. Okay, cool, cool. All right, give me a second. All right, folks. Now that was Big John calling me. He got some updates for me. Got some information. So, but some shirts that I put out there. Take two of these. One of the funniest ones I made was. Let me get to it. It's a baby one. This one right here, I thought it was pretty funny. It says, "And I waited 9 months for this. Wake me up when it's all over." And then also my shirt basically, and I told her we need to not be petty, once this whole thing is over. So I'm not going to be petty, but I'm definitely going to wear a shirt that says what I'm feeling. And of course I got to be corny with it. So to get, to get people to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I tried to tell you. All right. I tried to tell you. Basically saying I told you so at the same time. But now also I do have some uh, right here. This is the last one I just made right here, which is you can't have 22 or 24 without 20. So basically, let's go get 20 up and running. Let's go take care of that. But other than that, folks, that's it. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe, share. Uh, I'm gonna get this info from John. If it's something that I'll go live with. I'll probably go back live tonight if it's something pertinent. Oh, you know what? I was gonna read some other info about the rates and uh, if you're into the currency stuff, the foreign currency like I am and all that, they put rates out, but yeah, I'm old school. I keep notepads around, yeah. And I do use my phone as well too. So right now they say the Iraqi dinar is $4 and higher. The Vietnamese dong is 47 cents to $2. All right, with a $15 contract rate. The Indonesian rupiah is $1.05 to $1.83. Now the Zim is 11 cent to 85 cent. Now one thing about the Zim is they have large amounts on those, so they have a contract rate of 28.50. But in order to qualify for the contract rate, what I'm hearing, which I don't think is fair anyway, but one of the things I'm hearing is that you have to have some type of charity event or charitable event, or something to do to help society. Which is I agree with that. Yeah, do something. You have to do something for your fellow man in order to get that higher rate. Another thing, they said if you do qualify for it, get the higher rate, you have to qualify with a background check. So they want to make sure that you're not for to keep up this trafficking stuff that's going on right now, and they want to make sure that you're not going to be, started back over after you know, after they put that fire out. So yeah, they say you're going to have to go. I mean, if you want that contract rate, which is 28.50, you're going to have to go through that. And there's some other things too that was talked about in a couple of things. All right. It says on 7/7, Iraq released its gold-backed currency. Its gold-backed currency, which is basically dinar, which would be gold back on 7/7/21. Now, I looked all over the internet to see if I could have something to show you that that's documented in black and white. Still haven't found it yet, but through all the sites that I listened to like 8 of them today, and they're all saying the same thing because I think they're all getting it from the same source. Fines, penalties, adjudicated settlements were due to be paid out on accounts overnight Wednesday on 7 July. Bondholders were told to remain in place their banks at their banking centers to watch for their bonds payout. So bonds are supposed to be paid out either tonight or tomorrow. At that time, Tier 4B and internal groups should receive the 800 numbers. So basically, you should get 800 number emails if you're into it. Like I said, this is just the same information that everyone is getting. All tunnels and bases are destroyed, and victims and children were saved. All the enemy is eliminated. Do all. That was missed. That was a typo there. The systems are ready to go live. A stock market crash is ready. Fake World War III scenario ready. Internet shutdown ready. EBS ready. Meetings over 72 hours at the Pentagon. Remember that they met with 32 governors last week. And I know people probably don't even know this, but 32 governors were subpoenaed to meet in the Pentagon. And the military met with them. They met with the Department of Justice. And they confronted these 32 governors that were subpoenaed to the Pentagon last week in order to stop planned deep state violence and to stop operation. I was trying to type this while I was listening to it. Meant to block the GCR or the RV exchange through the 14th to stop the exchange. 14 of these corrupt governors had plans to do this. They wanted to stop. These 14 governors wanted to stop this GCR from going out, this whole thing from going. But yet 32 of them were subpoenaed to the Pentagon last week. And 14 of them were guilty. And all because of this CCP security chief defector, Dong Jingwei. This is a top level CCP security chief defector. He defected in February, and I believe he had already defected. I believe he defected a couple of years ago, but I hadn't looked it up yet. I'm gonna go back and look at the drops and see if they mentioned anything about this. But this Jingwei person gave them hard evidence of certain governors that were getting paid by China. And these people, he says 14 of them were corrupt, deep state half-wits, like Cuomo in New York. Yeah. Ohio's, I mean, it's a lot of them. It's 14 of them. And the thing about it is those 14, all Democrats. Where a majority of all the shootings are happening in Democrat-ran states, as well as Democrat-ran cities. Houston is seeing his fair share of it. Chicago is getting waylaid, all right? And it's one thing that I forgot to put. Let me show it to y'all right now. One thing I forgot to put in that last video I made. And I hate that I left that video out. I may have to. Yeah, here it is. I want y'all to see this. And I want y'all to listen closely what she says. It's barely a minute long, but check this out. And this is Lightfoot. This is Mayor Lightfoot, Chicago mayor.
In more legalese than this is not a thing. We will not no longer honor this, because the way that aldermanic prerogative works is there's got to be compliance with the executive branch, because otherwise it doesn't work. So you got to eliminate that compliance, and you make it a mandate, and then you do training, particularly in the city. I'll call them licensing departments, whether it's zoning, buildings, housing will be impacted by it, planning certainly. And you pick the people to run those agencies and the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance. And then I think you have the Inspector General do some spot on.
Now, I know you guys heard that, right? I'm going to rewind it. And this is what she said.
That are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance. And then I think deputies that are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance, pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance. And then I think you have
pledging allegiance to what she said. Yeah, several people have been told not to use that comment. Daddy Bush, he used it a couple of times. Barack Obama used it a couple times. And if anybody is familiar with their history, you know what that order is. You know what that is. If you keep up with your history, you know what that is. So, yeah, be careful with some of these people. Do your homework and look at these people before you vote for them. Dig as much as you can. Dig to the point to where you just know everything I pull up is the same thing coming up. If not, you'll come across some other stuff. And get on Twitter. Look at some of these other people's posts on Telegram and all of that. When you can get on it, because Joe is some days I'm banned from it. Seem like they pick a day for me and just jack with me. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, comment. Uh, I do read them. I don't read them all. I'm going to admit that I don't, because I'm always researching, and sometimes I don't get to the comments like I want to. And I just came across a bunch of good videos you guys sent me on IG, so don't stop sending them to me. I'm going to give you the credit for it too, because I'm starting to go back to my IG to start pulling up, because things are starting to circulate a little bit better now. Everything's starting to move better. I'm able to open them. They play without getting the buffer signal. Every time I hit play on it, it buffers. And I can't even watch. But lately, it's been okay. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the White Hats really got control of it. So other than that, like, subscribe, share, and you guys take it easy. Be careful. Oh, gas your cars up. Keep your cars gassed up. At least half a tank, because I don't know when this thing is going to start. I think I ran down everything. They said the flights have increased to Gitmo. I'm sure to say that. They say Georgia is probably going to be worse than Arizona as far as the selection recount stuff. He talked about Pelosi's mask, basically saying that she has a mask on. Wells Fargo is ending their line of credit loan, the signature loan, which basically, because of Nasser is going to take care of that. So they're ending that part of it. And I told you that the captain, Michael Byrd, was the guy who shot Ashley Babbitt. But other than that, that's it, y'all. Yeah, have a nice night. Y'all take it easy, okay?